All right, what is up, YouTube? Apologies for Saturday, I forgot. I've got to press play. So you've got me now again. So workout for tonight is a similar format from last week. So last week we had the EMOM, the every minute on the minute. Last week was 5 rounds. This week is 6. The movements have changed slightly. Some have stayed the same. So what we've got is a 4 stations or four movements. So number one is 10 180 degrees turn squat jumps, which we did last week, and then we're going to finish with a 20-second split squat hold. So last week we've been doing just normal squat hold. Then we're going to do 5 single arm dumbbell split snatches each side into a dumbbell hollow hold. So I'll demonstrate those as always when we get there. And then we've got 8 alternating lateral lunges each side. That was the same as last week. And then 30-second double unders, skips, line hops. Or last week I changed it to you could do a 100-meter or 150-meter run or 30 seconds worth of running. If you'd like to do that again today, go ahead. I'm more than happy for you to. It's a nice day. It's warm out, so more than happy for you to do that instead of the skipping. I might do the skipping today because I've actually done something to my adductor last week. Don't know what it is yet. It's not going away, so I'm going to have to modify some of these movements when I train. So I'll demonstrate the movements that are there for you so you can do it, but just I'm going to modify them when I do my training just because it's going to hurt a little bit if I do that, so I don't want to overdo it. Then at the end, we've just got our arm pump Mondays, which is the same as it has been. So bent over bicep curls, body weight tricep extensions, and lateral raises. 3 sets. We'll see how we feel at the end of the EMOMs. We might just do 2 sets because that's quite a lot of volume, but we'll make that judgment call when we get there. Cool. So that is our workout this evening, and let's do a warm up as always. Cool. So we're going to start off just. Oopsies, that was the microphone. Well, I'm having a splendid afternoon so far. All right. Let's start off with. We're going to do some hip work, as always, to open us up. So we're going to do a shin box 90-90. So what that looks like is we're going to create 2 90-degree positions. So one out here, one over there. What we're going to do, this is what we call a pale rail. So we're going to put some isometric or static pressure in each part of the movement. So the first part, I'm going to be nice and tall. I'm going to push actively with my hip, my knee down to the ground, and the same thing on the other knee. So I'm pushing them into the ground, and you'll feel straight away this activation through the hips. So I'm going to hold that position for 30 seconds, and then we're going to go into the rail. So just pushing those knees down as hard as you can into the ground. And again, I can naturally feel my hips switch on when I do that. While you're holding, I'm just going to explain the next part. The rail, you're going to now push in the opposite directions, but you don't want to lift your knees off the ground. So you're going to kind of actively lean into it a little bit, pull the knees off the ground, but not let them leave the ground. So I'm statically pulling them off the ground, if that makes sense. So I'm now just creating the contraction in a different angle, if we feel that. Feel that? Good. All right, so when you're ready, go into that second part. So pushing the knees up off the ground, but not letting them leave the ground. So it's this static contraction with the hips. Holding, holding. And when we're ready, we're just going to reverse that. So it's quite a nice way to actually get some hip mobility work in there without having to put under too much pressure if your hips are quite tight. So again, we're going to start with the first one. Oh, this side is a bit tighter for me, I think, today. Definitely. First one, knees into the ground, both sides, go. Oh yeah, that side is heaps tighter. Definitely feel that. Keep driving those knees into the ground. Again, it's this static contraction that we're trying to create with the hips. and then when we're ready, we're going to switch into the other way. So you're going to now actively lift the knees off the ground. Sorry, isometrically lift the knees off the ground, but keeping the hips active. So not letting the knees leave the ground, but just feeling like they want to. And you'll feel your glutes engage, your hips engage. As a matter of fact, when you relax, it feels heaps looser. So about 10 more seconds. Oh yeah, that works a treat, I reckon. Okay, next one. We're going to do some over and unders. So we are going to pretend that we have hurdles. We've done these last couple of weeks, but I'm just going to put them in again. Just to open up the hips. There's heaps of lower body stuff in today, so that's why we're doing a bit of extra stuff like this over the workout, the warm-up that's in the Wodify app. So pretending that you've got a hurdle about hip height, we're going to go over, and then we're going to squat underneath it. Over, squat underneath it, over, squat underneath it. Now I'm reached the end of my space, so I'm just going to go back the other way. But if you've got enough space, keep doing all the same side. We're going to do about 5 each way. Over, squat underneath it. Good. I'm just going to go back the other way just so I can get my 5. Good. That's one more to go the other way. Okay. Last one for the hip stuff. We've got a sprinter's arabesque. This is kind of like our RDL to knee drive. So it's just another fancy word for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into our Romanian deadlift position. One leg leaning over it, coming up to the knee drive. One leg leaning over that knee drive. So we just want to make sure we're emphasizing that hinge through the hip and the drive through the hamstring and the glute, so that nice tall posture. Good. And then when we go down, it's that kind of that right arm that comes forward, left arm goes back, and then we switch and we come up to the top. We'll do 5 or 6 each side. Nice and slow. Good. And then other side once you've done that. Make sure you reverse the hands. So my left foot goes back, my left arm comes forward. And then when I bring it up, my right arm comes up with my left leg. Oopsies, lost my balance. I'm on my last one here. Nice, okay, hip stuff done. We're going to get into just a little bit more full body activation. Wall, bent knee, ankle floss. So we did these last week. So for those of you who forgot, I'm just going to move my camera around this way. Oops, shouldn't be on the concrete. Okay, so heel slightly raised off the ground, probably about a foot's length away from the wall, or just half a foot even. And then we're going to push the knee towards the wall, bring it back. Push it towards the wall, bring it back. Your heel can lift up ever so slightly if it needs to, but the idea is you're trying to push back on it so it still stays fairly flat. So it's good ankle mobility work. Again, like the name suggests, flossing the ankle. 10 each side. This is my 10th one. Change. We won't need as many mobility drills, I don't think, today, because it is activation drills, because It's pretty warm today, so our joint should feel pretty nice. So just want to make sure the muscles and tendons are nice and active before we start. On my last one here. Nice work. All right. Next one, single leg downward dog. 4 each side with a couple of seconds hold on each one. So again, sorry, I'll just move the screen around. So, like we've been doing the last couple of weeks, we're going to get started in our push-up position. We're going to go back into downward dog, and as we do that, we're going to lift one leg up in the air. Get that bit of a stretch through the hamstring and then the shoulders. Hold it and then bring it back, and then alternate to the other side. Good. So 4 each side, couple second hold on each one. So you're getting a bit of a mix between lower body and upper body here. Nice. All right. Next part. We're going to do our kneeling 3-point rotation. Get our thoracic and shoulders a little more loose. So again, a couple of ways you can do it. It can either be done just with the elbow and rotate, or you can do it with your hand, thread the hand through and rotate. Up to you. I actually quite like the elbow version better. I feel like just having to control my rotation a little bit more. And we're going to do 8 of these each side, so I'm on 5. Good, and once you've done that, switch to the other side. Cool. All right, last little bit. I reckon I'm getting a bit sweaty already. It's so warm. Okay, last little bit for our warm-up. We've done heaps with the hips. Just going to do a little bit for more with the shoulders and a quick core activation. So we're going to get into a YTWA. This one, I've been doing the last 2 weeks lying on the ground. I'm going to do it bent over this time. So you may do the same if you wish. So to look a little bit like this, I'm going to get into a bent over position. Nice flat back. Y. Should do it this way so you guys can see. Y. T. W. A. And then we're going to go again. Y. T. W. A. Making sure you're getting a good squeeze of those shoulder blades each time. T. W. A. One more. Y. T. W. A. Nice work. Okay, last little bit of the warm-up. We're going to do some oblique hollow holds. So those ones are very simple. If you remember, we're going to do 20 seconds each side. So as a reminder, lying down on the back, tilt over to the side a little bit, pop your feet out to about 45 degrees, arms up, and then you should feel that hold right through the side of your abs and your core. That's it. Good, we've got about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And same thing, just switch sides. So tilt over, feet up to about 45, arms up, hold. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that is it for our activation portion of the evening. What we'll do is we'll still use the run through of the workout as our warm up, because we'll practice each movement. So we'll do like a few reps of each one so that we get the hang of it, but also that we stimulate the body in those movements. I'll just bring it up on the screen if I can press the right button. All right, there it is. So I'm going to demonstrate some of these. Again, in the workout, I won't do them just because, again, they're probably a bit too demanding on the adductor that's not feeling great at the moment. So let me just show you what each one is. So we've got our 180-degree turn squat jumps. So we did these last week. So if you weren't there last week or you've forgotten, what you're going to do is you're going to just stand back here. You're just going to squat, jump, and land facing the other way. So we're going to squat, jump, land the other way, and then come back. Okay, so each one counts as one, so you just do 10 total, so you end up doing 5 each way. So let's just do a few practices just to get our movement going. Good. Then, once you finish your 10, we go straight into a 20-second split squat hold. Now, each side. So what you're going to do is one round on one side, then next round you'll do the other side. So obviously you won't have enough time within the minute to do the whole thing. So, for example, so my split squat, sorry, I'm over here. Split squat hold, I'm in that position. So, knees at 90-90, back knee can't touch the ground. I've got to hold that position for 20 seconds. Then, we'll go through the rest of the workout. When we get back to that in round 2, you just do it on the other leg. That's how we're going to balance it out. And there's 6 rounds. So by the end of it, you would have done equal number on each side. All right. Next part, 5 single arm dumbbell split snatches. So this one, a little bit of a mouthful, but very straightforward. So with your dumbbell, you start in your normal position. Sorry, I should raise that camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Normal position. When you go into your snatch, so you're going to hinge into your snatch, you're going to land in a split stance position. So you're going to go here, snatch, split, bring it back. And what I'll do is I'll just lower that camera a little bit just so you can see what my legs are doing. So snatch into a split stance. And make sure that the arm that's going up is the leg that's going back. So it's opposite. Cool? And then obviously it's 5 one side, 5 the other. All in the one set. And then 20-second dumbbell hollow hold. So last couple of weeks we've been doing normal hollow holds. So all we're going to do this time is just add a dumbbell to it. So you can use the same dumbbell that you're using in your workout if you want. So all we're going to do is just going to hold it up where our arms would normally sit for our hollow hold. And then we're just going to get into our hollow hold. So it's going to be a little more challenging. Now, if that weight is too heavy for you that you're using with your snatches, you can pick a lighter weight if you've got one that you can have just nearby quickly to grab for your hollow hold. So that's 20 seconds of that. Then, our third exercise is alternating lateral lunges. This is one I'm definitely not going to be able to do, but I'll just quickly demonstrate it slowly. So we're going to start in our normal position, lunge out to the side, push back, and then you're going to go out to the other side, push back. Actually, that's not feeling too bad. I might actually be able to do those. So I'll just show you again. So just do a few practices. Lunge, lunge. So it's just lunging out to the side, pushing back, and then to the other side. So you're going to alternate sides. So you do 8 each side. And then the last part's pretty straightforward. 30 seconds of skipping, double unders, or line hops. So if you can't do skipping because you don't have the equipment or the space. Line hops are just your little side to side line hops. Or if you want, you can just pretend you got a skipping rope and just do 30 seconds of mimic skipping. Or if you really want to get out a little bit, as I said before, you can do 100 or 150 meters of running or 30 seconds worth of running, so as long as you're back. As a reminder, at the end of each effort, whatever time is left in that minute is your rest period. Then we go again on the start of a new minute. Cool. Are there any questions, Michaela? Seeing as you're the only one there. No, all good. We do have someone watching on YouTube. I can see that you are there, but I don't know who you are because I can't see who you are. I can just see that you're watching. So sorry if you don't have any, if you got questions, but I can't answer them unless you're on Zoom. Cool. So I'll give you guys a minute just to grab a quick drink, get yourselves completely ready and sorted for the start of the workout, and then we'll get it going. As always, we'll have some music pumping in the background, but feel free to chuck your own on if you don't like our choice in music. I don't see how you can't, because it's pretty awesome. All right. Looks like we're about ready to go. Cool, so I'm going to count you in. We'll start in about 10 seconds. I'll have the timer up on screen, so just keep track of that. With mainly the split snatches, if it's taking you too long to get through, so just use this first round as a kind of a timer. If you can't get through them and the 20-second hollow holds, let's say it takes you like 50 seconds to do the snatches and you've only got 10 seconds left to do the hollow hold, next round just lower the reps by 1 or 2 each side just so you can have enough time to do it. But if you get through it fairly quickly, which you should, you'll have enough time. We'll probably have about, in that set, about 10 seconds rest only. The other sets will have a bit longer. So, cool. Let's do this. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a bit sweaty because it's warm tonight, but let's get after it, team. So I'm going to count you in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Monday night team. Let me get into your split squat hold. Doesn't matter which side, you go to the other side next set. 20 seconds. Okay, rest the remainder of the minute. And then on the minute, we go again with our single arm snatches each side. So you have 10 total, 5 each side. I'll count you guys in. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Dumbbell, hold, 20 seconds, go. Okay. Alternating lateral lunges next. Side to side. 3, 2, 1, go. FP. Skipping or running next, whatever you feel like doing. First round's always easiest, as that fatigue's going to start setting in, that exercise is going to be a little bit harder. Here we go, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I like time skipping, so I don't have to count. Just have to watch the timer. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice. 1 round down, 5 to go. Waiting for those squat jumps. And then your squat hold has to be on the other side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it.
Stretch my hands out to the sky, we dance with monsters through the night. Never gonna look back, never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now.
Yes, guys. Easy work. Ten seconds. Ready for those snatches. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is gonna be the best day.
Yep. Use those core muscles. Alright, lateral lunges. Alternating. Ready, set, go. Alright. 10 seconds. You're going to do skipping again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. 15 seconds left. Three, two, one. Rest. 2 down, 4 to go. Alright, 10 seconds, 4 up again. Squat jumps. Squat hold on the first side. Ready, go. Woo! Alright, split snatches. 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you think you're better off alone? Do you think you're better off alone? Do you think you're better off
Nice team. Lateral lunges next. Ready, 3, 2, go. Yes, guys. Get it done. Woo! Alright. Skipping. Then we are officially halfway through. Ready? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten seconds.
I still hear your voice when you
Rest.
sleep next to me.
You.
I still feel your touch in my dream. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why.
Alright, team, into round 4 next. Squat jumps. Split squat hold on the other leg. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it. Yeah. What a track. fever team. Alright, 10 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight up the lot, 300 cash, and the cocaine with a blunt in it. The mama hooked that, and she go for bag. Pull up to the spot, living too fast, jumping it up with the stash. In Italy, got too far, they feel me. Jaw the top, yeah, it's cold, but you feel the heat. Be real with me, keep it 100, just be real with me. Eat it up like it's a feast. They say the dope on fleek. I know they get sick of me. They chase my neck cause I'm nail the piece. I don't need like freestyle for free. I put in the key and I ride the beat. I don't need come out the house for free. I'm paying the job for me. Jay-Z couldn't even go sign for me. I do what I want cause I'm signed to me. I get the bag. Dick in the back and the kid in the head. Topic comparing, I'm making need to rehab, I'm addicted. I hit that FBO with like Nike. Me not icy, that's unlikely. She wants me like a icy. Chains on the neck for the whole team.
Alright, lateral lunges next.
With the ice cream.
I'm just going to reverse lunge. My hips starting to act up. Let's go.
JB, the way these green. Make green. Pretty little thing. Like my AE. Say, I mean. She can get a taste. She can get a taste. What did you say? It starts saying like Mary Kate. She can get a taste.
Nice.
Let you get a taste. Yeah, that's cool. You stay out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't the hard.
Take your breath.
You believe me for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind loose. Go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it changed your whole life. Bottom top, drop top, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put 'em up, baby, yeah.
10 seconds. Get back into your skipping. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Mama told you don't talk to strangers. But when you riding, they come, you can't explain it. But you been waiting on this whole time. I feel afraid of
10 seconds.
and I ain't talking about physically, I'm talking about mentally. She look like she nasty. She look like she class. She look
Fine.
look at her dancing.
Nice, guys.
I took her to the mansion.
2 more rounds to go.
Stay out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't the hard to choose. You believe me for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind loose. Go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it changed your whole life. Bottom top, drop top.
Alright, 10 seconds. We're back to the first side on the split squat holds. Ready, set, go! Good, make sure that back knee is off the ground. Yeah. Woo.
Everything proper, no propaganda.
Alright, here we go. 5, set, go! Alright. Let's go. Lunges. Get it. Nice thing. "15 seconds, get into our skips." Alright, ready, set, go. That's good, 10 seconds. Yeah. Last round coming up. And we've got some arm building to do. I've been watching you, you've been hurting too. You give all your love, nothing left to show. 10 seconds, minus split squat on the opposite side for the last round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, here we go. 5 seconds. Ready, set, go. Three, let's go. That's right, let's get focused. Last little bit. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ten seconds. Woo! Nice tea. Don't go anywhere. We've got some arm stuff to do in a sec. Just give you guys a couple minutes just to grab a quick drink and calm down after that. That was fun. Not too exhausting on the heart rate. Enough to get up and get a good sweat on. And work the strength portions a little bit. Really nice way to start the week. Another minute, just catch your breath. Slow down a little bit. Alright, while you guys are just sort of catching your breath and settling down from that, I'll bring up the other screen. Whew. Sweaty, right? Okay, so arm pump Mondays, same as the last few weeks have been, so it's an extra chance to work on it and go a little bit heavier if we can in some of these movements. So, just as a demonstration from last week, same thing. We've got bent over bicep curls. So just remember, keep everything nice and locked in. But we're going to get into a bent over position as if we're about to do a bent over row, and then we're going to do some bicep curls in that position. They are fantastic for isolating your biceps. Again, everyone who's been doing it has been telling me they've been feeling a lot more there, so really nice way to do it. As long as when we're doing it, our arms aren't swinging backwards as we're kind of doing it. So the elbows have to stay fixed, and we're just doing the curls in that position. Then, body weight tricep extensions. These have been great the last couple of weeks. So just as a quick reminder of what they look like. I'm going to get down into push-up position. Just remember, my arms are going to be further out than my shoulders. Normally with a push-up, they are underneath my shoulders. So I'm bringing them further out because practically what I'm doing here is I'm bringing my forearms to the ground and then I'm pushing them away. Almost as if I'm doing a lying down skull crusher exercise or overhead extension with my triceps. So what it looks like is on your feet. Again, the arms are going to be further away, so the forearms have space to come down and then extend. Okay, then we've got lateral raises. So lateral raises are very straightforward. Just your dumbbells or your bands or whatever weight you've got coming out to the side. Hence the lateral raise. So just making sure with those that when we do, a couple of, well, I've got you, just a couple of maybe like misunderstandings with it. If our elbows kind of pull out backwards, we don't really get too much of the side delt that we want, or the anterior delt. So what you want is your elbow to come up in line with your shoulder. And then I kind of like to turn my thumb inwards and my pinky outwards as I get to the top. So if I'm starting here, I kind of get that like outwards turn a bit, and you can see that in that position, it looks like my arm's really facing down, but my shoulder is actually pointing up to the roof. So by turning it out, I'm actually rotating my shoulder into the correct position that it wants to get into to activate that delt a little bit more and get more muscle building out of that. If you don't, you can sometimes lose that contraction. That's what I find helps, but if you find that it doesn't and you don't get that same feel, by all means do the way that you feel is right. Cool. I'm going to pop this timer on again just so we can use it for our rest periods if we need any. We'll see how we feel after 2 sets. If we've got a third set in us, we'll go for it. If not, 2 sets is plenty. All right, starting with those bicep curls, 8 to 12 reps. We'll go straight from exercise to exercise. Again, I'm going to do them standing just because it's a little bit too much for my arm, but you guys go ahead. Nice. Yes, team. Okay, into that body weight tricep extension next. Slow up my screen for you. Okay, in your own time, get them done. Woo! Yes, team. Nice, Michaela. Yeah, those look good. Okay, lateral raises to finish, and then we'll have about a minute break, and we'll go again. Nice. All right, we'll go just before the clock hits 2 minutes. Sorry, 3 minutes. 2 minutes. And then we'll go next set. With the bicep curls, if you want a little bit of a change up, you can, instead of doing your normal grip, you can do a hammer grip. So hammer grip. Oh, sorry. So yeah, if you want with the bicep curls to change it up a little bit, using that, like, you can use a different grip. So if you're normally using this grip, you can use your hammer grip and just that vertical dumbbell. Just a bit of a change up if you want. It's a nice little different variation on it. You might feel it a little more on the forearms. Tricep extensions are the same, lateral raises. Same concept, you can actually do lateral raises with the vertical dumbbell. A little bit harder. So you can do out to the side that way. Whew. That makes them heavy. There's a little bit of a different variation, just changing the grips if you want. All right, let's do our next round, bicep curls to start. I'm going to do some hammer curls, change it up a little bit. Nice, team. All right, body weight extensions. Let's go. Yep. Nice. All right. Lateral raises. And then we'll have a rest, and I reckon we'll do one more round because we're smashing this. Go for it. 8 to 12. Nice, guys. All right, we'll go again on minute 6, and that'll be our final round for the night, and we can all go have some dinner. There's a cool breeze coming in now, which is nice. It's quite warm. Alright, we've got about 25 seconds and then we'll get stuck into that last round. Alright, 10 seconds. Final one for the night. Here we go. Yeah. Nice. Whew. Bit sweaty. Well done. Thank you for joining us, Michaela, and mysterious YouTube watcher. I have a feeling I know who you are. I can't be sure, but thank you for joining us as well. Team, have a fantastic week. There is some nice weather coming up, so get out and enjoy that sun a little bit where you can. Mahara and Nick for the next couple of nights. I think actually Mike took Wednesdays last week, so you might be lucky enough to catch him again this coming Wednesday. I'm not sure. But I'll be back Saturday morning as usual for Super Saturday. What else is there to say? Not really much. Hopefully Sunday we get some good news, hey? We'll keep our fingers crossed. Have a great week, team. I'll see you this coming Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week. No worries.